wonderful soul traveling gurus. How you guys doing today on this lovely Friday? Okay, so whether you are tapping into this video on a Friday or not, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we're going based on the archetype and the energy that rules the day, so you can be tapping in using Venus's energy today. Okay, so just so you know, Venus rules the sign Taurus and Libra, so we're going to be tapping in and seeing energetically what we need to be aware of, right? And you also know that Venus rules love and pleasure, right? Sexual desires. It rules relationships, beauty, romance, enjoyment, cooperation, attraction, love. It also rules the aesthetic of things, okay? Art, music, all right, that type of stuff. So we're going to tap in and see what comes out in the energy collectively that we need to pay attention to and to be mindful of. But before we do that, let's go ahead and clear the tones and charge our water, okay? So go ahead and grab your water, okay? We are charging the water today with the 3 tones of love in the color bands red, orange, and orange, okay? Which is stability, trust, and safety, okay? So if we're dealing with chakras, those colors are going to be for the root chakra, survival mode, your money, your family, okay? Flight or fight. It's also going to be for sacral chakra, which is the chakra that deals with relationship and the change and the emotions that goes into those relationships. Okay, so that's how we are going to go ahead and charge the energy to make sure that we are now allowing our nervous system to read energetically what feels safe and what doesn't, okay? What we can trust and what we can't, right? What feels stable and what's not, all right? So every day of the week has a particular energy signature and an archetype, all right? So we're just tapping into how to navigate collectively this energy signature as well as to see what others may be engaging in energetically, okay? To make sure you have established healthy boundaries, all right? All right, with that being said, we're going to start the tones. First tone you're going to hear is going to be, hold on one second. CJ, come on now. Sorry about that, y'all. My son is just going back and forth through through the space, and I have like the beads from the '60s. So every time he come through the beads, he just yeah. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, so charging the energy and clearing the energy, right? The first element that we're going to go ahead and tap into, which is going to be the fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you are not an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, this is going to be for the archetype of your willpower, your reaction, your action, your responses to things, okay? Next tone you're going to hear is going to be for the water energy or the water element. That is going to be for Cancer. That is going to be for Scorpio or Pisces. If you are not a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, this energy can be applied to your intuition, your instincts, your emotions, all right? And your feelings, all right? Next tone you're going to hear is going to be for the air element, whether you are a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. If you are not, this is going to be for your logical side, your thinking side, your decision-making side, okay? Now, last but not least, last tone you're going to hear is to balance out the earth frequency of the earth energy, which is going to be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. If you are not a Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn, you can apply this energy or this archetype to the physical realm. The house, the car, the bills, the money, the career, that type of stuff, the tangible things, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and clear the air and shift the energy so we can begin to see what this message is trying to bring through energetically today. First tone, fire energy. Ooh, that was soft. Soft movement today. Okay, okay. Next tone, water energy. That was also soft. Okay. Okay, there's a vibe going, all right? Next tone, air energy. That was a lot louder. Okay. Last tone, earth energy. Okay. The tone that stood out is the air energy. Okay. Gemini, what you're thinking. Libra, how you balance things. And Aquarius, what you know. All right. Those are the archetypes that's standing out. That tone was very sharp and louder than the rest of the tones. Not out of balance though. It just stood out. Okay. So as we're going through this energy, we are going to definitely pay attention to make sure that our thoughts are in alignment. All right. So Venus, love, pleasure, right? Okay. So Taurus is about what you have. Taurus's energy is all about what you have. All right. Taurus's energy is all about what you have or what you don't have. Okay. And I want to say Taurus's energy is also fixed energy, which means that it can be very stubborn. Okay. Once it's planted itself, it's very stable. Okay. This is why you can find that, dealing with a Taurus can be like, once they locked in, stubbornness, okay? This is also where you can find that your Taurus friend may be one of your most stable people that you can reach out to, right? Especially if they're doing the work. If they're not doing the work, they can also be the most unstable person, right? Okay, so Taurus's energy has the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So there's some type of offer coming in. So it's definitely looking at what you have. We have to pay attention about maybe the offers that's coming in. All right. And Libra is all about balancing. So Six of Pentacles energy is also about balance, give and take, right? Gifts, opportunities. All right. So energetically, I'm thinking that Venus resting in the space that she's resting in, right, is saying that you have an opportunity to allow yourself of this great exchange that's happening. And we talked about that yesterday, right? We talked about that yesterday energetically. There was this awareness that there's something new happening, right? And all you have to do is to move with integrity and to move with the true essence of who you are, right? The Knight of Pentacles showing up is there's something financially abundant stepping in. There's opportunities coming in financially. And then very generous opportunities. And these opportunities are going to be balanced. It's not going to be just about you giving. Okay? It's not just going to be about you giving. It's going to be about you receiving also. Growth. And for some of you, this growth has now shown up financially. It's now showing up financially, right? Look at this. People are seeing the growth and they seeing the glow up, but they don't understand the past that you've had to get to this Six of Pentacles right here. The distance retreat card is showing up. You have to take a time out and do the work. You've earned every bit of this. Water energy showing up. You've earned every bit of this. And I feel not only have you earned every bit of it, you really don't care what people have to say. You had to take the leap of faith and have the courage for change. You had to move forward and find purpose from all of this chaos that was happening. And the chaos could have simply been trying to keep something alive that was dead, right? Whether it be a relationship, whether it be a project. Right? You had to recognize that some relationships and some situations you were giving more than you were receiving. You were being an enabler. Yep, see? Ego, pride. For some of you, you have to see your own pride and your own ego, right? Maybe even blaming others for pride and ego when you didn't see how hypocritical you were. Hypocrisy can be real. You've earned this freedom. So whatever success that people see you having that may be showing up externally now, whatever opportunities that people see you stepping into, or what, even if they don't see it, right? Because this could just be energetically, for some of you, this could just be where you are energetically, right? You in that space of growth. You're no longer in that past lacking and suffering, giving more of yourself than you're getting back. You have to create distance between this lack energy, right? You have to trust yourself and do the work emotionally, right? You have to seek purpose, right? Because in all honesty, if you don't have some type of purpose, even if the purpose is allowing the beauty of life to unfold, no matter how it comes in, understand that everything is here for you to experience. Whether you label it good or bad is up to you. It could just be an experience. You can think of it like tasting a new dish, right? Let's say, for example, you taste maybe ginger honey chicken, and you're not a big ginger or even a honey fan. You don't like sweet chicken, right? And you try it because, okay, let me be adventurous, and you try it and you don't like it. Too sweet, not savory enough. So what do? The next time that you go to this particular restaurant and you see the honey ginger chicken, or maybe the next time that somebody, offers, to cook you honey ginger chicken, or to cook you a meal, that honey ginger chicken may not be the meal that you request because you don't like it. It was an experience. Maybe you tried yellow watermelon for the first time and you love it. And now yellow watermelon is now a part of your summer's, daily ritual where you have a slice of yellow watermelon every day, right? But you were open for that experience and open for that change, and you had the courage to try the yellow watermelon, right? You're no longer in a place where you're allowing vanity, pride, or ego to stop you from your freedom. You can accept when you're wrong. You can take accountability when you were wrong. You can take accountability when you may have hurt somebody's feelings, even if it wasn't intentional, right? Your excuse is it wasn't intentional, so get over it, There is no excuse. I hurt you. That was not my intent. Although I meant what I said, come on now. We look at energy that duplicates. You have embraced this change. You're looking at what you have, where you are financially, where you are even materialistically, what feels stable, what does not, what feels like past shit, what makes you feel tight and like you're stuck, you're suffering. Ain't none of that showing up here. You walking away from all of this. You've created distance here. To some people, you're coming off guarded, not vulnerable enough, right? Some people want you to cling on to South Node, want you to stay in this comfortable zone of always being on guard, always being in tension or tense energy when you walk into their experience. I gotta do that no more. They want you to stay in this place of feeling lack, of feeling shameful, of feeling anxious, right? Look, remember, we pay attention to doubling energy. You got double energy here. Look at this. Double energy of past lack and suffering, and you got double energy of having the courage to change. Yeah. Yep. What are you changing? Guilt and sabotage, avoidance. Because you're in a place to receive now. You're dealing with your emotions now, right? You understand that everything that you've been through, there's a purpose for it now. You see the growth from where you were to where you are now. You're in a place where you're open to the opportunities from the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. You're open to those opportunities. Nothing but opportunities. Nothing but opportunities. So take that leap. Nothing but opportunities. So take that leap. That's going to be the title. Nothing but opportunities. And can I just say this? You know how they tell you opportunity only comes once in a lifetime. That's bullshit, okay? Opportunity comes every freaking day. Every minute of every day. You just need to be aware of it. That's all. Take that leap. Take that leap. Life is truly what we make it. Right? Truly what we make it. All right. We're going to do... I'm going to do the grounding energy of this video to ground this beautiful energy of opportunity, freedom, okay? Taking a leap. All right, give us the grounding energy. Give us the grounding energy. I'm going to take these two because they came out. First grounding energy is the romantic love. Aww. It's beautiful energy for Venus Day. Some of you are going to have new romance coming in. Okay, and for some of you, that romantic love is going to lead to a conception of something beautiful, right? And, you know, even if it's a physical baby, it could be a spiritual baby, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical baby, right? And romantic love doesn't necessarily mean that you're single. It could be a love that you already in, the renewing of a love that you're already in, okay? I do feel divine union in the atmosphere, but I am going to give a disclaimer. Divine union, when it comes to romantic love and finding that divine union connection, first starts with you creating your own divine union inside. Balancing your masculine and your feminine energy, which is your mind and your emotions. Okay, so if you want somebody to step in with wholeness, you have to be whole yourself. Okay, if you want somebody to show up with kindness, you have to be kind yourself. If you want somebody to show up with patience, you have to be patient yourself. Okay, at least in this energy, man, the opportunities are there, but it's because it's not balanced. Okay, you're not going to be able to truly receive at the highest level if you're constantly taking. You're not going to be able to enjoy life at its highest level if you're stuck in someone else validating what your experience of romantic love should be. Okay, now let's read it. The frequency of romantic love supports a journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection on okay, let me start that over. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. Okay, so this is exemplifying having your mirror show up. Now you need to be careful because sometimes when your mirrors show up and you're unhealed, you are going to get an unhealed mirror reflection in this area, okay? Conception. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of the space and what we can do and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. So this lets me know that the type of, if you were single and you were open for divine connection romantically, it is here, it is present. But first, just make sure that in which you seek, you give to yourself, okay? Don't expect anyone to come in and fill your cup of love up first. First, you must fill your cup of love up, and your overflow will flow over into whomever else comes into your vortex, okay? Which means then you will attract someone whose cup is also overflowing, and you can then share with each other. There's nothing but opportunities here, so take the leap, okay? All right, my lovely soul traveling gurus. Enjoy your beautiful Friday, okay? Allow Venus to move in synchronicity as you be open to all of these pentacles today, right? You got the Knight of Pentacles, you got the Six of Pentacles showing up here, okay? Which equals the Seven of Pentacles. You put some work in, right? It's time for you to get some of what you invested back, okay? So be open today, all right? Be open today for gifts. Be open today for somebody to do something kind for you. Whether it's buy you a cup of coffee, take you to lunch, you know what I'm saying? You know, send you something from, you know, your Amazon gift list, you know, whether it's cooking you your favorite meal, you know, whatever. Just be present, right, for the beautiful things that's showing up in your experience today, all right? With that being said, y'all know the deal. You know the deal. You know the deal, right? What's the deal? What's the deal? The deal is to do something kind for yourself because you absolutely, positively should. Okay, and you also want to do something kind for somebody else, not because you should, but because you can. Okay, happiness is contagious, joy is contagious, laughter is contagious, and a smile is also contagious. Okay, on that note, I appreciate each and every one of my lovely soul traveling gurus. I will see you guys in your next message. This message and this transmission is over and out.